Something that I've come to notice about Kanye is that he always tends to repeat himself in very large cycles, and based on some recent developments, it looks like we are about to go through our second round of an Italy-based Vultures album rollout, except this time for Volume 2 instead of 1. So before we get into the Italy Avengers Assemble stuff, I think it's imperative that we discuss the entire situation with Kanye's canceled listening party in Moscow, Russia. Shortly after uploading my video yesterday, it became clear based on word coming directly from the stadium where Kanye was planning to host the experience that any and all reports of a June 8th concert were false. To put it more accurately, however, I would say that the specific reports from the MASH documents yesterday about a June 8th LP at Luzhniki Stadium are false, likely because those were old documents and old plans. From what I can tell, they actually correspond to when the original report came out about a Russian listening party, and we know those talks fell through between Kanye and the venue, so I'm guessing that's where the documents originate from. I still believe something is going to happen in Russia or that Kanye will be flying there after Italy, but we just know now that anything relating to a June 8th stadium performance is not true. I'm just saying don't be surprised if something still ends up happening in Russia based on all the previous plans and clear desire from Kanye to set something up there. Following this, we can break down everything that is going on in Italy. So if you haven't heard, Kanye and Bianca returned to Florence just a few days ago, where they previously spent a good couple of weeks in the fall of 2023 working and perfecting Vultures 1 material. Just yesterday, we started to see quite a lot more Ye adjacent people making their way to Italy, with all of them being related in some way to clothing or fashion. One individual designed some of Kanye's Vultures listening party outfits, while the handful of others have previously worked with him on stuff like Yeezy fashion shows or new clothing samples, suggesting that something fashion-related could be happening very soon. Along with this, we also saw Aus Taylor post on his story that he was traveling to an unknown location, which was probably Florence, considering that's where literally every other Yeezy employee is gathering right now. So already it's clear that Kanye's journey to Florence has a main purpose of being related to some sort of fashion developments, but we actually got some other interesting news yesterday that I think all but confirms it. Apparently Kanye's titanium grill had something wrong with it where one part became detached, so he basically needed a dentist to fix that, and I really don't think there was anything wrong with his actual teeth, it was just the grills. According to the dentist that was called, he is normally based in Rome, but was told by Kanye that he would need to come to Florence because Ye essentially couldn't leave his position, which is exactly what happened. Now this is where it gets interesting. The dentist notes that the entire time he was there, Kanye was brainstorming clothing and fashion sample ideas.
Mi dice che tra l'altro è un grande amante dell'Italia, lui va spesso a Firenze e veniva spesso anche a Roma, e era interessante e particolare la situazione perché quando io poi stavo lì a operare, insomma a risolvere la situazione, lui nel frattempo disegnava vestiti, quindi lui è un appassionato anche di moda e quindi stava disegnando, entravano ogni tanto dei personaggi, ecco, di moda.
And if that indicates he's developing new clothes to be shown off, it would make sense that the true purpose of all the clothing people flying there is to help with this task as well. The only remaining question would be for what purpose could they be focusing so heavily on clothing now, and I think the answer to that lies in the upcoming Milan Men's Fashion Week taking place from June 15th to the 19th. I feel like when you take a step back and look at all the clues, it pretty clearly adds up. Kanye gathers a bunch of clothing and fashion related people in Italy, he's working on new samples the entire time the dentist is there, and there's a fashion week coming up in Milan in just a couple of days. Of course, he is probably also working on music too, but as of right now, it's obvious that his current main focus is fashion. In other news, we got word of another new Ty Dolla Sign performance in over a month on July 14th, taking place at the Cowboy Music Festival in Calgary, Canada, where he will be performing alongside Schoolboy Q. Keep in mind, we are also going to be seeing Ty performing tonight in Miami Beach, and he's been posting stories on Instagram recently from the studio, which I think means we are definitely going to be getting some sort of new material besides Field Trip from this DJ set later on today.
I took her back to the B&B. I be blowing her back out like TNT. Niggas blowing up phone up his B&D. I'm like, say what you want, you not seeing me. Ain't no dirt on your shovel, you pay the fee. Yeah, we heard about you. BITCH, capital the letter B. Let her shop at Chanel, only time she could rock a C.
And finally, we got some slight indications that New Body might be making what seems like its 15th comeback, with one of Ty's personal audio engineers reposting an Instagram story with a lyric referencing New Body. You guys probably remember the New Body drama from a few months ago relating to Kanye trying to get Ice Spice and Doja Cat on the song, but ultimately getting blocked by both of their labels. So perhaps with some extra time to cook, those issues have been smoothed over. I personally think New Body is forever cursed to continually be scrapped and unscrapped, so I have no doubt that if it misses the Vultures to release window, that we'll inevitably see it potentially teased for 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let me know down in the comments what you think Kanye's real plan is for gathering everybody in Italy.